Payback time. Revenge has blinded me.
Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
The strongest ninja has arrived. Ame no Kagaki will destroy you. The ignorant are fearless. Read my word. Even stronger. All of this, you make my
Shut down! Killing spree! Unstoppable! Double kill! Godlike!
Northern Vale, guide me! People of Northern Vale may be defeated. We never Spirits of Northern
Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Hello there, everyone. A very good morning to all our viewers on this pretty rainy day here. I am Gerard Escape Artist, and I will be your caster for today's event. Of course, the event is the Presto 2020 Pasir Ris Elias Esports Mobile Legends Bang Bang Tournament, organized by the People's Association, Pasir Ris Elias CC, Pasir Ris West, and People's Association Youth Movement. The tournament is supported by the E Project and Skoga, and sponsored by Kaiju and NASA Nuri. So before we hop into the draft, I just want to talk a little bit about the format. It is a 32-team single elimination BO3 format. So today we're going to be casting 6 different BO3 sets as we head down to draft anytime soon. Also, a quick reminder that Barrett is the newest hero in Mobile Legends, but it's not going to be available today. Just a little too new right now to be used in tournaments, so we're not going to be seeing the Desert King at all today. As we head on into the draft, I just want to talk a little bit about some of the prizes that we have today. For the first place, we will have $500 worth of vouchers, plus 1,500 diamonds, and $250 worth of Kaiju or NASA Nuri vouchers. So if you're sitting right down right now at home and wondering what is Kaiju, and what is NASA Nuri, they are restaurants. That's what they are. Kaiju is a Japanese restaurant that specializes in the biggest and baddest bentos, something like Kaiju's, I guess. You guys can visit their website at www.kaijukaiju.com. For NASA Nuri, they serve Malay soul food, aiming to preserve authentic and traditional family recipes and techniques. You guys can check them out at www.nasanuri.com. Now, let's get into the draft. You can see that there are several bans popping up already. We see that Hellcurt as well as Ling have been banned on the side of Kyosho, and on V-Raven's side, they've banned out the Akai as well as the Cho. Some pretty prominent pick there, Cho. You've been told and I know it's a very strong champion. Always see it in my games, and I usually hope that it's on my team, because if it's on the enemy team, I tend to get destroyed, unfortunately. Well, for our first pickup on the side of Kyosho, they pick up Atlas, which is a very standard tank that we see nowadays. Offers a huge amount of crowd control for the team that it is on. However, it was nerfed in the most recent patch which introduced Barretts as well. They did nerf a combo that you can do with the skill 2 and Blink and Ultimate Flicker, I mean. But now, other than that, it hasn't really been changed too much. Over on the other side, we do see that there is a Yuzhong. Sorry, it is, yes, Yuzhong, that's right. The Black Dragon, a very powerful pick also that we've seen pop up. Also been nerfed recently. So that has been nerfed in terms of the spell vamp and the damage on the skills, making it a little easier to deal with, but definitely still a very strong champion on that side. Additionally, we do see some other heroes being picked up as well. We do see a Valir on the side of Kyosho, another standard pick in competitive play recently, or actually for the past year-ish, ever since it's come out. Honestly, it's just a very strong pick in terms of mages, offers a fair amount of crowd control. So nothing too outrageous that we're seeing at the moment from either team as they move on and they ban out Marsha on the side of V-Raven. Kyosho are gonna have their last ban soon. Over on the side of V-Raven as well, we do see that they picked up Angela, which is a support that can kind of attach to allies and use her skills while on them. That's basically her ultimate. It's a global ultimate also, so it's going to be very useful to help out her team no matter which side of the map they are on. Now, as we take a look at some of the other picks, we see Lancelot as well, and Assassin. He's gonna be able to tear through his opponents if he's left unchecked. So also very strong. And there we go. That's the YSS, the S tier pick, the only S tier marksman in fact on LY4's tier list, which you can check out with a simple Google search. He's basically, in his opinion at least, the strongest marksman in Mobile Legends. And we see a Badang pick up as well. YSS was nerfed in the previous patch very slightly, but his dash gives him reduced damage. I mean, no longer gives him reduced damage actually. So it does help him become a little less oppressive and a little easier to deal with. We do see on the side of V Raven some other pickups as well. We see Jawhead also picked up another very strong fighter, very strong solo laner for them. We will see just how much impact that can bring onto the map. He is able to use an ultimate to kind of charge in and initiate for the rest of his team, who can then follow up. Again, looking at the main damage sources that they have on either side. On the side of the red team, we have Yuzhong and Jawhead mainly. Freya as well, another fighter being picked up. And over on the side of the blue team, we do see that they have a marksman, YSS, so they're gonna be maybe relying on him to carry. I wouldn't be too sure about that one. I mean, we can see a lot of damage coming out from Badang as well as Lancelot and even Valir. But without further ado, we're going to be starting out on the first match of this round 32. It is a best of 3. Do remember that? So it's going to take more than one game to knock any opponent out. On the side of V Raven as well, they have Kufra, which is a very strong initiator, very strong tank. Just overall able to jump in and just be an absolute irritant to his team. Over in the solo lane, we do see that Badang is just gonna get a little pushed out by the Yuzhong, who's gonna just take some of that creeps in the jungle. Jawhead as well doing the exact same thing. Now if you look on the map here, you can see that the red team V Raven is always able to push out their lanes and then go and take the jungle, but on the other hand, on the side of Kyosho, they always end up clearing their jungle and then going back to the lane and maybe missing out on some farm. But we might see a little bit of action here as Daddy Shark just gets flipped back and just tower dived right now. He is going down, there is no doubts about this one. First blood there picked up by the Freya. Over on the side of Kyosho, they try to mirror that movement. They're sending 3 men up to the top side, but it's just not enough to deal with Yuzhong at the moment, and it looks like V Raven are already going to be able to pick up the first turret in the bottom lane as well. Now YSS is still level 3, does not have the ultimate, only Lancelot has his ultimate as well as Freya, and 4 men strong now. They're going to be moving into the mid lane to try to clear out as much as possible. But look at V Raven, they're already rotating towards the top side, preparing to dive the Badang. Perhaps the YSS ultimate, however, will spot them out for now, and actually YSS able to pick up a kill with the rest of his team onto the Atlas. Not the Atlas, I apologize, that's Jawhead. But then again, a little bit of a brawl in the mid lane here as you see a pretty decent stun coming out, and now Atlas is gonna fall down. The damage from Yuzhong is coming in, but Lancelot able to return a reply onto Kufra. Just taking a look at Yuzhong, just gonna be jumping in and really showing the power of that pick there. Kind of able to proxy the farm for now, but might be in a spot of trouble as Lancelot has arrived, gets stunned up. Is he gonna be able to fight this one? Tries to dash away, uses that ultimate to get out alive right now. Might even look for a re-engage because he does have the Angela inside of him right now, trying to take down this Lancelot, and he's actually going to be able to do so with the help of his teammates' global ultimate. But Badang trying to go back in and does manage to pick up that kill onto Yuzhong. The YSS ultimate coming out as well, and Valir is moving in YSS as well. They're going to be taking a lot of damage right now, putting that damage down, taking down the Kufra. A double kill for the Badang as the other team takes the turtle. Whoa, Kyosho. Atlas moving in there, trying to disrupt the opponents as much as possible, but just unable to do so right now. Freya, level 8 right now, so looking pretty scary and pretty strong. A force that definitely Kyosho have to take note of. As it looks like we're even engaged, and there we go, that's Kufra using his ultimate, and already one going down. That's Valir. Atlas forced to flicker out as well. Lancelot now moving in, but here comes Yuzhong, here comes that dragon, just landing a lot of damage, and YSS ultimate will come out as well. But here is the re-engage from Kyosho. Very, very nice throwback there by the Atlas. He's gonna be able to pick up 2, but look at this Freya, mega kill, double kill, just putting out so much damage. And here comes that jaw hit. He's gonna go in onto Lancelot. He's gonna try to get out, able to dash out of this one and stay alive. But V Raven putting all that money onto that Freya, it's paying off. Look at that gold right now. It's starting to grow in the favor of V Raven. We've got about 2,500, close to 2,500 as well. And we see the experience gap there. Level 9 on this Freya, 5-0-0. Really gonna be tough to deal with at the moment as we take a look at the items and just look at that there. She has 1,000 more than the rest of her team and even more than the rest of our opponents, but we can't talk about that right now because Kufra has gone down, and that's actually 2 points side of Kyosho. But here is that Freya once again. The dragon arriving as well, gonna be knocking up some of the members here as he takes down Lancelot. Freya just absolutely fearless there, jumping into that 1v3 with no care at all, able to take down her opponents. And meanwhile, in the bottom lane, we just see that Jawhead is just constantly split pushing this. Atlas is gonna move down to clear out that wave, but once again, Freya with about a 2-level advantage over anyone at all, just gonna be the main carry for the side of V Raven. Oh, Kufra gonna use his ultimate. Right now they caught out Badang, but it's actually Kufra who's overcommitted a little bit, gonna get stunned up by everyone, and YSS taking another kill here. And whoa, look at that, Freya just going in absolutely fearless here. I believe this is like a 1v5 godlike, just taking down that Atlas, and there's nothing that Kyosho can do about it. And you have to think that they're gonna need to do something. They're gonna need to have a way to deal with this. If not, it's just gonna get even worse as the game goes along. Mid lane turret gonna be focused down by the side of V Raven. This Freya level 11. Meanwhile, Badang actually able to take down Yuzhong, but he might be in a little bit of trouble. Or is it actually the rest of his team? Because Freya jumping in once again for basically this 1v5 with a little support, of course. However, the rest of Kyosho are able to disengage, and Badang actually finding that solo kill on Yuzhong. It's pretty big. Jawhead, however, constantly side laning. Oh, gonna get flipped back there. Unable to escape this one. Valir able to take that kill. Goal lead once again for V Raven is about 4,000 now. And even though the Kyosho have more kills, they really haven't meant too much other than the gold that is picked up from getting the kill. No meaningful objectives being taken by them whatsoever. Still, V Raven have all their turrets as the Kufra jumps in once again, and Freya just gonna dive straight into the turret. They're shutting down the Badang. Absolutely devastating stuff right there. Legendary, however, Valir able to find every turn kill, but here is that Dragon Yuzhong. However, unable to find anything. The YSS ultimate, however, he's just still jumping in, able to find that knockup, and Freya and Yuzhong are just 2v4ing their team right now. YSS, is he gonna be able to escape this one? The answer is no. Freya dives and gets that double kill as well. Has the Angela inside for that shield. And once again, Freya being the reason why V Raven are doing so well. 10, 0, and 1 there. Level 13, just really tearing through all her opponents at this point. course, they're gonna just go straight onto that turtle. This is gonna be an easy secure right there. You see Yu Jong getting caught out. Valir actually with a mega kill right now. Unfortunately, the gold is not on the YSS, so they're not gonna be. He's not gonna be able to carry his team as hard as this Freya at the moment. And once again, look at that Freya, level 13 right now, walking 5 men through into the mid lane. V Raven are gonna try to find more turrets and more objectives. Hopefully, right now they're gonna push their advantage even more. Lord is coming up in about a minute and a half, as we see Kyosho move to the defense of their lane. And we do see some items being picked up on side of Kyosho there. The Endless Fate finally being picked up by the YSS as well as the Lancelot about the same time. They're pretty synchronized in terms of gold and everything, but here is an engage from side of V-Raven. Nice ultimate there from the Kufra and already being forced to flicker out. That's the Lancelot, but Atlas is the one going down. Legendary is the Freya, be able to pick up that double kill as well. The wave gonna come out from the Angela to secure yet another kill. Now YSS is kind of trapped under the turret all alone, but it's actually Jawhead who has overcommitted a little bit, will go down, able to take out that YSS. But right now, only the Badang is left to defend against this onslaught of the enemy team. Is he even going to be able to defend this one? I'm not sure. We're just going to be forced to jump away and give this one up. Now the bottom lane turret is under siege. Freya's going to start chopping that one down. Atlas coming in as well. Kufra going to jump straight in and, well, forced to flicker out there. A little bit of an overcommitment. But the mid lane is being pushed right now. Angela is there as well as Kufra. But the rest of Kyosho have arrived to dissuade them. Do take note, the Lord is spawning in about 3 seconds, but Freya doesn't seem to need any of that. Just diving straight into the enemy team. Gonna get CC'd a fair amount though and drops below half health. Kufra as well, not very high in terms of health, so they're probably just gonna want to back away from this one. The Lord is up and they might want to start positioning around that one, but Yu Jong is going to jump in as well as Kufra, but the Freya is not there just yet, has finally arrived, but Kyosho are already able to run away. They're going to start up with the Lord as well. Angela is inside Freya at the moment, attached in and able to protect her a little bit. Yu Jong just standing guard there. Meanwhile, again in the bot lane, we see Jawhead just trying to split push as much as possible. Might even make it out. Actually able to make it out right there. And it's really a feels bad moment there when 4 members of the enemy team try to chase you down as the rest of your team takes down the Lord, and they can't even take you down at all. Or going to be called down into the bottom lane right now. So we're probably going to see V-Raven start to move towards that. YSS trying to match Yu Jong in the top lane, but really just not enough coming out from them. Freya 12-0 and 3, level 15 right now, is an absolute monster of a champion to deal with. But Yu Jong is going to be starting to draw the team's attention to the top side. Jawhead as well, but here is that Lord in the bottom lane, gonna just chop this turret down. There's pretty much no doubt it'll fall, but here comes the engage actually. Atlas tossing the Freya into the team, but I don't know if that's what you want because the Freya just does so much damage and it's just legendary right now. But down, first one fall, Atlas getting thrown back as well. Yu Jong going for a massive 3-man knockup there, able to take out 2, and you have to think that this is over for Kyosho. V-Raven, they secure game 1.
Victory!
And I think the story for that game was basically just the Freya tearing through her opposing team. Of course, we did have the Jawhead constantly split pushing at the bottom side as well, able to draw away so much attention and just allow the Freya to constantly pick people off. Now, reminder that is only game 1, so we still have potentially 2 more games. It is a best of 3, so we're going to be at match point now. However, it's still not too late for the team to sit down and have a little bit of thinking about what to do. Maybe if we can pull up some stats to just take a look at the damage of that Freya and the goal lead that the team was able to accumulate over that period of time. I think right now if you are the enemy team, if you're Kyosho, you think to yourself, do we need to ban the Freya, or is there perhaps a way that we could counter it? Because that was basically the main reason why I would say they won. They were just able to hyper that Freya up and just get her the farm, and unable to hyper up their own YSS to be able to carry, unfortunately. And I did have this little conversation with one of my friends who is an avid Mobile Legends player, and she was saying that nowadays you don't need to pick marksman in your comp. You can pick a bruiser. In fact, now I believe there are a lot of these fighters that you see take prominence in the meta. And right now, Yu Zhong is one of the main ones. Freya as well, just with a lot of AoE damage and a lot of tankiness. Just pick them a good support, and they're going to be able to carry the team. You don't even need a marksman. And maybe they want to change up their strategy, take away the YSS and put in something a little more beefy for that front line. We're going to be going into game 2 any moment now. But just once again, I want to talk a little bit about the event that we have here. It is the Presto 2020 Pasir Ris Elias Esports Mobile Legends Tournament, organized by the People's Association, Pasir Ris Elias CC, Pasir Ris West, and the People's Association Youth Movement, supported by E-Project and Skoga, and sponsored by Kaiju and Nasa Nuri, two restaurants specializing in Japanese and Malay food, respectively. And speaking of Japanese food, when I woke up today, I was very hungry. I had a pretty early night last night in preparation for the tournament today, and just waking up and looking at their menus makes me feel even hungrier. It's not helping that I'm looking at their menu right now. In fact, again, I'm a huge fan of Japanese food in general, and just looking at their gyudora makes me wish I could be eating that right now. You guys can check out their website at kaijukaiju.com. They do have free island-wide delivery on all orders above $100. Alternatively, you can dine in with them at 8 Anxiang Hill. You guys can check that out if you are fans of Japanese food. And if Malay food is more your taste, of course, you guys can check out Nas and Yuri as well. They do have some very Malay soul food, that's right. And very authentic and traditional Malay food. Looks very tantalizing as well. I'm looking at the nasi sambal goreng chicken wing. I'm a huge fan of fried chicken. And just looking at that dish, it looks very hearty and very whole as well. Very nice stuff there. You guys can check them out at nasanuri.com. So we've been talking about food for a bit. So let's go back to Mobile Legends once again. I want to talk a little bit about the patch that happened rather recently. We did see some nerfs to some of the main champions that were picked in the competitive scene that we see a lot in MPL. For example, we did see a nerf to Atlas, as we saw earlier. Atlas as a pick didn't exactly work out, but the nerf was not very big though. It was just a nerf to a particular combo that you can use with the skill 2, Flicker, and Ultimate. Uranus, something that we haven't seen yet today. They did nerf his early tankiness to try and make him a little easier to deal with in the early game. For Yu Zhong, they made him less tanky. Just now we did see Yu Zhong diving straight in, and sometimes it was a little bit too much for them to deal with, because now he's a little less tanky. The damage on his dragon form is down as well. YSS also getting nerfed a little in terms of his damage on the passive. The crit damage, I believe, was lowered, and the dash damage reduction was removed. Some other picks that we did see banned out, actually, like Ling, for example. Ling had some nerfs to the mobility of the champion, making it a little easier to deal with right now. Just want to update our viewers on what's going on. We do have a little bit of client issues, so we're not exactly able to invite the next teams right now. Waiting for the last player to come in before we hop into game 2. Now in the patch, there were some buffs as well to some of the champions that we have seen. We haven't really seen too much recently, like Cloud, for example. He did get a little bit of a buff on his passive on the attack speed, and a bigger buff actually was for Veil, which is a mage. There was a general increase in damage and a general reduction in mana cost and cooldown as well. So we might see some of that
Your
come out
team is
today.
banning.
Kimi was kind of changed a little bit to be a little less consistent throughout the game, a little harder to a little less oppressive in the early game and a little stronger in the late game. But we're moving on right now into the draft for game 2, and we see that the heroes that are banned out so far are Cho and Helker. Now, same bans again from the side of V-Raven. They really don't want to deal with this Panda right now. They're going to ban out that Akai. And there we go.
Is picking.
On the side of Kyosho, they're going to be not wanting to deal with that Freya at the moment. They're going to take that one away from their opponents. And we wonder what hero is going to be picked up
Your
first.
team
This
is
time,
picking.
V-Raven are going to be the ones picking up that Atlas. Right now, we're going to see how well they can do on that one. On the side of Kyosho, however, they do pick up the Masha and the Yuzhong as well. Two
Picking.
very strong fighters, and we're going to be seeing if they're going to be able to do more on that Yuzhong this time. I'd like to see them not pick up that Marksman. However, V-Raven are the ones this time who are going to pick up that YSS. They're going to pick up the Khalid as well, so
Is
a
picking.
very strong fighter there to initiate. Khalid is the newest champion, other than Barrett's, of course, in Mobile Legends at the moment. And what can this hero do? He can just use his ultimate, the Raging Sandstorm, to use a huge wave that knocks out enemies when he lands down. A very good initiate, as well as a lot of sustained damage that he can do. Kyosho gonna pick up that Leo Mord as well as we move on to the second ban phase. They're gonna take away that Angela as well. They did see a lot of support that the Angela provided to her team, especially when the Freya just jumped straight in the previous game and she just ulted her. They were basically absolutely unstoppable with a huge shield, I believe that was about basically doubling the Freya's health. That was pretty rough stuff, so I'm glad to see that Kyosho are banning that one out. V-Raven, they're gonna ban away the Kufra that they played in the previous round right now. Kyosho are gonna be hovering over some picks right now, but they're gonna settle for the Valir instead. Now Valir again, another very standard pick there. I don't think that's gonna go through. They're not gonna pick up Alucard. They might pick up the Gusion though. Looks like they just might.
Luna.
That being said, they're not actually. They're gonna settle for the Lunox and the Badang.
Your team.
Now, Badang is something that we saw Kyosho play in the previous round, and Lunox something that hasn't come up just yet.
Basha.
Very strong mage, however, nonetheless able to put out a fair amount of damage. And over on the other side, they're gonna pick up a Baxia for Kyosho. The Mystic Tortoise, right there, pretty good tank, able to help out his team a whole bunch as we're gonna be loading into the game any moment soon. But looking at the comps right here, Kyosho, they don't have themselves a marksman, I believe. They have a bunch of fighters instead, and maybe that might be a better option right now because that's what they lost to in the previous round, basically a bunch of fighters. We're gonna be heading into that game right now. Just loading up. Looking at those very nice skins right there on
Welcome
both
to
sides of
Mobile
teams.
Legends.
As we head in for
5 seconds till
match
the enemy
point,
reaches the
it is
battlefield.
of course V Raven that are one up, so they have the advantage, kind of the mental advantage in this game, especially considering how the previous game went with a slightly different team comp. We're gonna see how this one plays out. Rubaxia already rolling in, gonna start landing a fair amount of damage onto the Atlas, but nothing too much as Atlas himself looks to re-engage, and this is just a standard tussle that we see, but this Masha here trying to take away some of the jungle. It's not working out right now. The Khalid is just spinning around. Masha forced to run away. Has a fair amount of movement speed though, but here comes the Baxia, gonna be driving straight in. However, a little bit of a collision into the wall there means he's not gonna find the knockup. Able to rotate back over to the mid lane, however. Now on the top side, we see Badang go up against the Leomord. It's kind of a fist into a sword. In real life, that's not very practical, but Mobile Legends is definitely not real life, and YSS nearly hitting that level 4 power, and wow, again, look at that stun from the Atlas. Already hits level 4, instantly uses that ultimate to land some very nice damage onto the opponents. Over on the side of Kyosho, however, this Masha is just getting... It's just being pretty oppressed. Oh, nice steal there actually. Picking that one up from the Khalid, but look at this here jungling. Just walking straight into the enemy's jungle with his YSS absolutely fearless, and oh boy, that Leomord has got to be feeling pretty bad right now. Atlas just gonna go straight in. Nice dodge there, but Khalid actually is the one who's gonna pick up that solo kill in the bottom lane first before the rest of his team picks up the kill on the Leomord in the top side. Now Valir rotating over to try to hold this turret. Masha using the teleport back, but there's not gonna be any re-engage from the rest of her team. Now YSS about to hit level 6, just constantly farming his jungle, farming the opponent's jungle as well, and they might have found a little bit of a catch here. Nah, they're not going to be able to catch up to that Marsha for now. The Baxia and Valir are going to start rotating down. Looking at the side of Kyosho, their Yuzhong is about 1 level down for the YSS, but we might see a little bit of a team fight here. Oh, that ultimate there did not land. That's be feeling a little bad right now. Yuzhong coming in with that Black Dragon, just landing a fair amount of damage right now. Not exactly enough, but YSS diving straight in here, just landing damage onto Marsha. But the first one to fall is actually going to be the Atlas on the side of V Raven, and they're going to just disengage with this one. They're satisfied with their one pick. That's all that they're going to do for now. Over in the bottom side, we see that the Baxia is trying to hold off against the Khalid, but in the top side, Leomord, oh wow, dropping that Badang pretty low. Meanwhile, Masha gonna solo out that turtle there. There's no contest from the side of V Raven. Oh, look at that solo kill right there. Badang just landing all the fists, pummeling down his opponent, saying, hey, I don't even need a sword to deal with you. Bit of a tussle here in the bot side. Khalid might actually be dropping pretty low. Is gonna get stunned up by one more spell. Actually, that's just enough damage for Valir to seal the deal. But over on the top side, we see something bad happening to the Masha. She's dropping pretty low. The YSS ultimate coming in, but here comes the Yuzhong now, level 7. Gonna land a fair amount of damage onto that YSS, and YSS goes down. Yuzhong able to pick up that kill, and Atlas is gonna try to pull out of this one right now. The dragon is angry, and the dragon has found YSS, taken him down, and that's a critical pickup there. A lot of money gonna be moving into the pocket of that Yuzhong off that pick. The Max here just driving up to that top side. The Lunox able to fire a fair amount of damage back, however. Now YSS has respawned Badang, picking up an item as well. So the item's starting to come a little online for V Raven. Oh wow. That was very close stuff there from the Badang, but now he's gonna be in a whole bunch of trouble, gets stunned up, gets taken down by Valir. Lunox trying to move up but just unable to do so. Meanwhile, in the bottom side, we see Khalid using that ultimate. Nice dodge away by the Masha. But again, the gold lead in this game is very minimal on the side of V-Raven, so things are looking a lot closer actually than the previous round. That being said, V-Raven are going to be able to take out that top turret, going to exchange it for their mid turret, in fact.
Turtle resurrecting soon.
Now they rotate over to the mid side and they're going to start to attempt to siege that one down. Lil Morin has his horse and whoa! Look at that Barraxia just jumping straight in there trying to do as much as possible. Atlas going to re-engage, you're going to find the stun. Is there enough damage to take this mighty tank down? But here comes the Black Dragon. Looks like Barraxia is going to live, but Yuzhong, he's dove straight into everyone. And the first one to fall right now, but there's so much damage being put on him. But here we see the spell vamp once again. His health bar is just going up and down. Is he gonna fall? Is there gonna be enough damage? Meanwhile, Valir taking down the Khalid, and looks like for now Yuzhong is still surviving. He's still alive, and look at that damage right there off that spin. The outer edge really doing so much right now, and Yuzhong showing us the power of that pick, really. Just able to dive straight in and take out the YSS before anything happens, and Masha is now able to free push this top turret, just dropping it below half health. Yuzhong and YSS both level 10 right now, but Yuzhong looking a lot scarier than the YSS at the moment, with the damage and the healing as well. This is why Yuzhong needed to be nerfed, folks. This is half of the spell vamp that he used to have. Can you imagine that? I'm sure that you guys can, honestly, because Yuzhong is a very prominent pick. So you probably don't even need to imagine it. You guys can just see it happening right before your very eyes if you don't ban that champion. And we see a little bit of pushing here coming out from V-Raven. They're going to be able to pick up now Team Barracks. They're going to use that ultimate, and Valir trying to fire a fair amount back by the two-man toss back. And here comes Lil Morin on his steed, able to pick up the Atlas. It looks like it's going to be a 1-for-1 for now, but actually it's Masha who's going to be coming into that fight right there, coming into backline, taking out that YSS, and now here comes that Black Dragon just coming in once again. Yuzhong now on a killing spree. Kyosho gonna take a solid control over this game with the turtle coming up in just over 10 seconds. They're gonna be trying to find this bottom turret maybe, or they're just gonna turn tail and head for that turtle. Masha able to take out that turtle, but Khalid jumps in and is able to take her out. Actually, no, she takes out the Lil Morin instead. Masha able to take him out as well. But now Yuzhong once again just diving straight in here. Does not land the knockup, but here the Black Dragon in the middle of everyone. YSS pulls back, uses the ultimate, and now he's gonna be able to start focusing down the rest of his team. Look at that Yuzhong though, just dumping straight in, taking a lot of damage though. The rest of his team not able to follow up, and now V-Raven have the advantage. You're gonna try to push it out. Masha in the bot lane trying to do as much as possible against this Khalid. However, just not able to do any significant damage to the turret for now. But V-Raven, they found that pick onto the Yuzhong. More like the Yuzhong actually overcommitting on that one. But still, V-Raven find themselves a little bit of time to take a little bit of a breather there as YSS completing another item. In terms of items, the goal between the two carries is not too far off there. However, Yuzhong has a little bit extra. Masha actually has the most gold on the side of Kyosho right now, and has to be a force to be reckoned with in the bot side. We see an engage coming in there. Baxia gonna just jump in and head straight back out, but Badang is starting to push out that top turret. He's gonna probably be able to secure this one here. Is he gonna be able to get out of this one? You have to think that there's no way he's gonna be able to live. Just get stunned out over and over again. Tries to land a fair amount of damage onto the opponents right now, but does go down for that one. They do exchange that for the mid turret, however, and Yuzhong is gonna try to clear out that Baxia using that skill to try to push away his opponents as well.
Lord resurrecting soon. Initiate retreat.
V-Raven are one member down for now. But Dang is going to be spawning in a few seconds. It's going to be Getting back. The Lord is up though, and Masha 4-1-1. Might be able to take that one pretty quickly. Does maybe think about going for it, but decides against it. However, Baxia is going to jump in, and so is the Masha. They're going to start pummeling away, trying to get to that YSS. However, right now he's still untouched fairly, but here comes that Black Dragon just diving straight in. Look at that YSS. Where is he? He's gone and taken down by Yujong, but there's a fair amount of damage being returned onto the team. The health bars are pretty low right now, but Kyosho are still able to survive this one. They pick up another kill. Atlas is left limping away right now, but Khalid, meanwhile, he's pushing in that bottom turret. What are Kyosho gonna do about this? Baxia is jumping in and trying to stop him, deal with that for now, but Leomord unable to find any damage on the turret, unfortunately. So for now, looks like Kyosho are just gonna be happy, try to kill this Khalid. Gonna use that Black Dragon, the steed coming up from Leomord as well. A little nice juke there, but it's not gonna be enough because Baxia has arrived and stunned him up. Khalid is probably gonna be the first one to fall, but they're able to pick that one up. Atlas with a 2-man throw back there, but Yujong just gonna knock him up once again. And YSS has arrived to the fight, but everybody's already dead. And meanwhile, Masha was just soloing out that Lord right there. Huge wins for Kyosho right now. It looks like we might be seeing a game 3, folks. 11 minutes in. This Masha is absolutely tearing through everything right now. Lord is gonna spawn in the top side anytime soon. Kyosho are gonna wanna start to move along with that one. Leomord a little more formidable now in the bot lane. However, still definitely can't deal with that YSS alone, as Lord has been summoned to the top side. We already see that Kyosho I have positioned themselves pretty nicely for that. Atlas gonna just do a little bit of face checking right there, but look at this Baxia, just so tanky, just forcing back his opponents as Masha starts to escort the Lord in the top side. You see a little bit of a potential dive here. Leomord taking a fair amount of damage, but here comes that Baxia. The YSS ultimate will spot them out, but is it gonna be enough right now? I don't think the Bandang is gonna be able to make it out of this one. Leomord able to pick up that kill. I'm sure the turret will fall as well. The Lord did go down in the top side. Masha did do a fair amount of damage to the top turret, however. Masha already hits level 15. Yujong still level 14 right now. YSS is at the very least level 15, so it might just be able to carry it. However, I feel like there's just not enough peeling for the YSS at the moment. He just gets jumped on by the Yujong, by the Masha, by the Baxia, and there's basically nothing they can do after that. Baxia going for a little bit of a drive here to just take a look at where his opponents are, call them out, and it looks like we might see a bit of a fight coming in here. The steed has arrived for the Leomord, and he's going to charge straight in. Keep your eyes on the YSS. Is he going to be able to put enough damage back? The Black Dragon has come in right now. Look at that toss back, however, onto the Masha, and that's absolutely huge. Lunok's going to be the first one to pick that one up now. Yujong is going to be the one dealing all the damage, able to pick up 2 already, and YSS is back at base right now. He was forced to retreat. He has returned, but is there going to be enough damage coming out from him? It looks like the answer is no. They're forced to kind of pull back right now, but with the Masha down, Kyosho kind of have to back away a little bit and just continue finding small advantages by taking the farm in the jungle. But Atlas is going to try to go in right now. Is the YSS going to go down? He's going to be able to dash out with his first skill for now, keeping himself alive. But the Black Dragon has appeared once again, and look at that damage being landed onto the Atlas at the moment. He's landing a fair amount of CC, however, and YSS, is he going to be able to fire on his opponents? Looks like the answer is no for now, but he's dived straight in onto the Yujong. 1v1, Yujong goes down. YSS able to take him down, however, and now Khalid jumping in, trying to do as much as possible to push the opponents away. V-Raven did lose another mid turret, however. Once again, a much closer fight than what we saw in the previous game. Nice to see Kyosho putting up a good one. Able to find a lot of advantages with their Masha, as we see the gold gap starting to increase right now. It's getting close to about 5,000 for the side of Kyosho. Most of that, you have to know, is on to the Masha and onto the Yu Zhong as well. The experience gap, however, is, as you can tell by the graph, pretty big right now. So V-Raven still need to take some time to continue to farm up. However, most members on the side of Kyosho are about to hit level 15, and V-Raven are not too far behind, at the very least. Lord has spawned once again. That's going to be the next point of contention, as we see Baxia just driving in to get some vision over his opponent's YSS, picking up some items as well as the Atlas. Lord is going to start, and Lord is going to end for now. Looks like Kyosho have decided against dealing with that. Atlas is going to start pushing into that mid lane, trying to dissuade the opponents off the Lord, but Baxia just able to walk in, so tanky at this point in time. He doesn't even care about the fact that there's an Atlas there at all. No more with the steed, and they're gonna go in and actually pick up the Padang. Now Khalid trying to jump in, but here comes the Black Dragon. Masha not even in the fight right now, but I don't know if it matters all that much. YSS just being jumped on and absolutely destroyed right there by that Yu Zhong, with the dragon just able to tear through him. And now with that carry down and Masha arriving into the fight finally as well, you have to think that Kyosho are gonna take their opponents down. They're gonna move this series to 1-1. Looks like YSS is not really the best pickup for a team right now. Even though it's a really good marksman, it clearly cannot face off against the power of the Yu Zhong. In that last fight, if you just saw, the Yu Zhong basically solo killed the YSS, able to dive straight through. Definitely needs a lot more peel if it's going to work out for that. Seems like fighters are the way to go in this series at the moment. It's going to be interesting to see what both teams pick up in the next round, because it will be the last round. It will be the deciding round for who moves on for this round 32, and it's already looking so competitive at the start. So I'm super excited for what the rest of the day can offer for us. But for now, we're going to be going for a short break. So we will catch you guys back for game 3. Stay tuned for that one. It's going to be super exciting. You guys do not want to miss it.
Payback time. Revenge has blinded me.
Double kill. Your team destroyed a turret. Killing spree.
The higher
Legendary. Ally has legendary. Double kill. Triple kill.
Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
The strongest ninja has arrived. 雨の輝き will destroy you. The ignorant are fearless. Even stronger. All of this you made my
Shut down! Killing spree! Unstoppable! Double kill! Godlike!
Spirits of Northern Vale, guide me!
Killing spree!
People of Northern Vale may be defeated. You never Spirits of Northern
Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Payback time. Revenge, it has blinded me. Your team is
Godlike!
Your team is banning.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Mobile Legends there. A little bit of an audio issue, but it's fine, we all got that sorted out right now as we are already into the third draft.
Your
Right
team
now,
is
we do
picking.
see V-Raven instantly picking up that Masha, it was used against them for great effect in the previous game. Little bans coming out from them as well. V-Raven choosing to ban out that Freya as well as the Hellkurt. Kyosho gonna stick with banning out the Cho and banning out that Yu Zhong as well. So we're not gonna be seeing any dragons for now. On the side of Kyosho though, they do pick up that Jaw hit as well as the Angela. And actually, apologies, the sides are wrong. It's V-Raven that's on the red side at the moment, and they are the ones who've picked up that Jaw hit as well as the Angela. We did see them use the Angela to great effect in game 1, and for now Kyosho are gonna be sticking with what worked for them, which is the Masha and the Baxia for now.
Valir!
Your
Kyosho
team
gonna
is
secure that
picking.
Valir as well for themselves. And on the side of V-Raven, there are still many picks that are open for them. That's right, that's the Atlas. It's going to be coming in. A very strong pick that we saw was actually first picked twice, I believe. So now V-Raven going to be the ones picking it up. I'm going to see how much they can do on that. Again, it is game 3. It is a best of 3. It's game 3 right now. So everything is really on the line for these teams. No more chances for mistakes, no more chances for experimenting, because this last game is going to
team
decide
is banned.
who moves on to the next round and whose journey basically comes to an end in the first round of the tournament. And you definitely don't want to be that team right now.
Your team
Kyosho
is
are
picking.
gonna opt to ban out that Ling, as well as Raven banning out that Lancelot. Right now, as we move on to the second phase of the picking,
Your
there,
team is
V
picking.
Raven, you're gonna be picking up one of the heroes right there.
No more.
They're gonna be picking up some pretty good stuff there. Kyosho also able to find the Leomord pick, as well as potentially picking up that YSS. They do have a little more tanky of a front line though, with the Baxia, and they also have the Leomord and the Masha to run interference
Your
into the enemy
is
team.
picking.
What are Raven gonna pick up as their last pick? Just flicking through so many of those champions right there. Will they pick up that Kimi? They might. Or they're just oh, okay. They're gonna be going for that Roger right there. So they're gonna try to hyper him up, try to get him fed and see if he's gonna be able to carry that game. They do have themselves a Kadita as well on the side of V Raven, so might be able to dive in and take out their YSS. And again, we've seen in the previous two games that YSS is just so easily taken out by the opponents if there's no protection. They're just basically able to jump straight in and just deal with the YSS. As we head into that loading screen there, look at that Roger skin. It's an epic skin right there, Phantom Pirate Roger. Just very nice animation. This is game 3, ladies and gentlemen, so everything is on the line for these teams right now.
Welcome to
As we
Mobile
head in.
Legends. 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them. All troops deployed.
Minions have spawned right now as both teams see a bit of a potential camp there. Masha just gonna stand around, and standard tussles begins right now, trying to wrestle for control over that mid lane. Not too much is happening at this point in time. Both teams are just gonna start to clear out their jungle, gonna start to put money into their YSS and their Roger respectively. But you see, V Raven has started to move into their enemy's jungle once again. This is something that we saw Kyosho do more. It's gonna be spotted out by the Leomord, but for now they're gonna be able to secure that buff. Looks like it's gonna be a attempted parallel there, and I say attempted because Masha is just not gonna be successful with that right now. Baxia is gonna come in and secure her escape. For now, flips, actually gets flipped back in, and Baxia might have just done a little bit of a mistake. That Atlas is gonna pick up that first blood onto him. A little bit of overzealousness there on saving the teammate. Too much of a sacrifice there. Oh wow, look at that damage from the jaw hit right there onto the Masha. Just dropping so low. One more hit will do the trick, but able to use the skill and able to regen the health right there. Baxia has respawned, and now jaw hit is the one who's forced to run away. Very nice stuff there from the Masha, able to keep herself alive against all the odds. Rather, Roger and YSS both have their ultimates ready, and YSS level 4 still not able to do all that much. As you see Roger just recalling there, it might rotate down to the bottom side. We see the Kadita go up against a little more right now, but YSS and the rest of his team are moving down. V-Riven are moving down as well. Kadita gonna jump in and make an attempt right now, but Babyfish is gonna get caught out, forced to flicker away. Now Baxia is in the middle of everyone. The Steed coming out as well, but 4 members strong under the turret. I don't think there's gonna be any more happening for the side of Kyosho. They're just gonna back away and be happy. Attempting to take this crab, it is taken away. Very nice stuff there, but Atlas might be re-engaging. We see the fight continue as Kadita just jumps in, uses the waves there, and it looks like the first person has fallen from the side of Kyosho. It's gonna be the Baxia. YSS able to pull out and lands a nice arrow there to secure the kill onto the Atlas. So a 1-for-1 so far. Turtle is up though, and both teams are gonna start moving towards that. Roger just with the confidence to go in. Nice attempt there, but well, unfortunately it's just an attempt. Not gonna be able to pick up that anything from that. Masha gonna start soloing out that Lord, as meanwhile Kadita able to solo kill the Leo Mord. Turtle will go down, and we might see a little bit of a fight after that. Baxia is in the middle of everyone right now, and so is the Atlas. Baxia taking a fair amount of damage, but he's tanky enough to run out for now at least. Roger gonna use his skills to try to chase down. Has an Angela inside him as well, but Kyosho are just gonna be able to walk away from this. Jawhead is a very strong solo laner with the power to use his missiles to clear out waves and everything, and definitely gonna be able to fight off that Masha at the moment. I don't know for how long more though, as she continues to farm up. Of course, YSS has himself 1 kill, and so does Roger, but Roger is just about half a level ahead of the YSS at the moment because of the attempts that he's made to go into the enemy jungle and steal stuff, but now people are in trouble. It's Masha specifically, as Roger just jumps in, turns into a wolf and slaps her in the face, takes her down. Now 3 members strong in the top side. V-Raven are gonna start pushing down that turret. They might exchange it for the mid lane outer turret as well. Yep, that's going to be going down, but Atlas just coming in to stop his opponents from doing any more there. Maybe trying to find something, trying to find a pick right now. Tries to go for the Valir, will stun land. Valir forced to flicker away. Now Baxia gonna drive in and land a knockup. Is there gonna be any damage coming out from the rest of his team though? For now, it looks like the answer is no. We do see an attack ping coming out from the Valir as Atlas tries to re-engage, but the re-engage is unsuccessful, and the retreat now is what's pinged out, so they're just gonna walk away. The turtle is up once again though, so both teams have to be a little careful about that one. Masha is gonna start it up, but look at that damage coming out from the Roger, just able to find the Valir so easily with the Angela inside of him. Masha, however, charges straight in and deals with that Angela instantly, able to run in and run out and away. Probably gonna secure this other turtle as well. Turtle already dropping to half health. I don't think there's a way for V-Raven to deal with this one unless they steal it. Masha, however, just takes that one down. Lil Mord a little far forward, forced to flicker out back. So yeah, just gonna run in and run out as well. But Jawhead in the top side has started to push this one down. Is he gonna be able to make it out of this 1v2 situation? I don't think so. He's gonna just get constantly slapped away by that Masha. Valir is gonna be able to be the one picking up that kill, but he goes down in exchange for the top lane turret. Oh, very nice flip back right there as the Steed comes out for the Lil Mord, but he's already down and the horse is like, well, I think I'm out. YSS just gonna use the ultimate to scout out some vision for his team right now. Kadita in the bot lane might be in a bit of trouble right now. His backside just gonna jump onto him. Valir moving in as well, does not land the stun however, so Kadita's just gonna be able to make it out just fine. Roger though in the mid lane, I'm gonna not jump in for the Masha, however, but Baxia with no mana is in a spot of trouble right now. Dropped pretty low. His health bar is sub 100 and a mega kill for the Roger. The Steed coming out for the Leomord. Is he gonna be able to find anything? Roger right now, level 11. Same as the YSS, but with more gold, I'm sure. And whoa, look at that, just diving straight in. The Valyria is so low. Is he gonna be able to find anything else? Gets stunned up. Has an Angela inside of him. Oh no, he does not actually. Angela is just around the corner there, able to lend her support regardless of whether she's inside or not. YSS tries to dissuade his opponents from stealing the buffs and stealing the jungle, but right now there's nothing that he can do, and Leomord looks to be in a bit of trouble as well. Baxia gonna try to drive around. Is there gonna be enough land? Leomord is gonna be the first one to fall. However, the Atlas falls as well, and now Kyosho are gonna be able to start firing back and dealing some damage to Marsha, able to secure the shutdown onto the Roger, and this Angela is just gonna try to get out this one. She should be fine. However, that's gonna be the third turtle going down already. Marsha just gonna do Marsha things, take it out.
Request backup.
Atlas is back right now, but oh, look at this. Karita might be in a bit of trouble, and forget about that. There's just so much damage coming out right now. The waves just smacking into the rear, taking him down. I guess water beats fire, right? Roger gonna take out the YSS as well, and now he's just gonna be able to run down the rest of the team there. Atlas with a nice flip onto the Leomord as well as the Baxia, and Roger picking up that double kill for V Raven. Now Masha is the only one alive, and 4 men strong. They're gonna be able to push down this mid lane. Masha does have a few health bars though, but Jawhead free to just push that bottom lane. Masha heading down, gonna try to slap him, deals a fair amount of damage and pushes him off the turret, but in exchange will lose that mid turret. I'm just taking a little look at the items right now. In terms of gold, it's the Roger with the most gold, basically neck and neck with the YSS right now. Jawhead and Masha also nearly neck and neck. The main advantages I'll see would actually be on the rest of the team right there. Angela as well as the Atlas and the Karita have more items than their opponents. They're gonna be able to be more supportive and be more effective in these fights. For now, V Raven, they have that advantage for them. Oh. Nah, nothing's coming out of this one. The Pirate King not gonna find anything for now. The Endless Battle is picked up by that Jawhead though, as Leomord tries to dissuade his opponents a little bit. Baxia coming in, but it's too little too late. The tower has already gone down. Masha heading up to that top side right now, so the Lord is gonna be started up and promptly stopped, I guess. You even don't wanna have to deal with that one right now. The YSS ultimate once again gonna scout people out. Masha still in the top side, however. He's gonna start moving down. There is a Jawhead that she's gonna bump into right now, and he's gonna do a fair amount of damage to her. Her health bars are already dropping down pretty low, but the rest of the team has arrived as well. Jawhead is forced to flicker, but Baxia is just gonna drive straight in and drive straight out. The rest of the team, however, has started up the Lord, and now Kyosho are kind of stuck because they needed here nor there. They were not able to pick up that Jawhead, and now the Lord is being focused down by the Raven. Kyosho, are they going to be able to move in? The Lord is dropping super low. The Lord is already taken out, and the fight is gonna begin right now. Masha has already jumped in, but whoa, look at that Atlas ultimate there, just throwing Kyosho back into the rest of his team right there. However, Jawhead has gone down. Roger is able to take out the Masha as well, as we see camera move in, and look at this Roger once again, just able to tear through his opponents there. A double kill, YSS going down, and right now it's only Leomord and Valyria who are forced to run away. I don't even know if they're gonna be able to make it out this one. Roger is super fast. Ooh, wow, that was close. Lord is gonna be coming down the mid lane though, looking all proud and mighty, ready to slam into that turret right there. Gonna use that axe and chop into that one. Is the turret gonna go down? Yes. Lord is gonna take that one down before he himself falls. V Raven, now they found themselves a solid advantage. Kyosho trying to find as much farm as they possibly can
Initiate retreat.
right now, trying to find themselves a way to claw back into this game. YSS is level 14, nearly level 15 right now, and is definitely still a force to be reckoned with. Masha not having the same impact as the previous game. However, as you see, V-Raven hanging around in the jungle, maybe trying to find a little pick on anyone who tries to come in and farm, and Lil Mord might just be that person. Kadita gonna jump in, land the knockup, and Lil Mord is definitely gonna be falling down. Kadita already picking up that kill, and now Kyosho are one member down. They're gonna need to
Retreat.
just hold out in their base for as long as possible, but with all three waves pushing in, might be very hard for them. Wait, so it's just gonna use his ultimate once again to land some chip damage and poke out his opponents, get some good vision of them as well. But now 4 members strong V-Raven are gonna start moving down into the base, trying to take out more structures here. Oh, Atlas jumping in, flickers in, and lands a 2-man flip right there. Valir getting thrown back in and thrown out of the game. However, looks like Roger is actually gonna fall. YSS able to pick up the Atlas as well, and Kyosho have actually successfully defended their base. A little too overzealous there on the Atlas, I'd say, to jump in and try to catch his opponents off. It was a good attempt, but not enough. The Endless Battle picked up by the Leo Mord there. However, in the top side, Kyosho have been able to, or more like the minions of V-Raven have been able to take out their turret, but Leo Mord just overstepping there, getting flipped up by the Jawhead and getting taken out. Kyosho kind of on their last legs right now, but still holding on just fine. In fact, able to find a turret in the bot side there. Masha now level 15.
Initiate retreat.
As we see more and more members of each team reach the max level of the game. Lord is coming up in 38 seconds. Both teams are going to start posturing around that one, going to try to take control over that. 20 more seconds for the Lord, and we already see V-Raven standing around. Kyosho have to defend their base from 2 waves right now. So V-Raven definitely have a very clear advantage. The Masha is in the bottom lane, but does have her battle spell to get her into the fight if necessary.
Lord,
Kadita
resurrecting soon.
might be in a spot of trouble here, just forced to use the wave to get out there. Masha spotted out as well. Lord has been enhanced. So we might see the team start to move over. Roger gonna start up this one. But the rest of his team is not really here for now. Jawhead is around the bottom side still. They're actually gonna try to find this Masha. There's so much damage, however, that she does, and Kadita is taken out. It's gonna be a 1-for-1 right now. But
Initiate
V-Raven actually decided not to take the Lord. We're about 15 minutes into game, going on 16 right now. As Atlas tries to pull out and help out his support. Angela has been caught out. Is she going to be able to make it out alive? The answer is no. Leo Mord going to ram her down with his steed. And now, once again, Kyosho able to put out the damage onto the opponents right here. Look at this. Atlas is going to fall as well. And now everyone from the side of V-Raven has fallen except for this Jawhead. And Kyosho once again able to find themselves the critical picks and buying more time to try to claw their way back into this game. Are they going to be able to pick up the Lord? Jawhead is going to try to interfere with this one, going to try to jump in and 1v4, but unfortunately just not powerful enough for that. The Lord is going to go down, and now Kyosho have a little bit of an advantage for themselves. Goal wise, in fact, Kyosho are now about 1.5k in the lead. As you can see that graph there, that little blue kind of spike there at the end, that's basically the last fight plus the Lord right there, as Masha is going to be able to find another turret in the top side. And now things for V-Raven not going to be looking so easy anymore. Lil Mord uses that ultimate. The Lord is going to be in the bottom side. right now. And remember, it is enhanced, so it's gonna be more of a threat to V-Raven than previously V-Raven's Lord was to Kyosho. Lord is always just so majestic, walking in to the lane, just chopping away at the minions. He's like, get out of here. Kyosho able to push in all the waves though. Lord prepares to charge in. Doesn't even need to charge in right now. Atlas tries to find something but unable to do so. And now they have to defend their turret. Lord, is he gonna be able to take it down? I'm not too sure about that one. The YSS ultimate coming to push them off the turret just a little bit right now. The turret dropping lower and lower. Lord is gonna be able to find it before he goes down. And are Kyosho gonna be satisfied? The answer is no. They're charging straight in. They're gonna try their very best to do something right now. Very nice Atlas ultimate there. Where is the Roger? He's there putting down damage onto the Kyosho, and already the first member of Kyosho has fallen. Maybe this might be a bit of an overcommitment. However, YSS with the mega kill. Here comes the Masha. However, Roger with a double kill right now. There are 3 members on the map for Kyosho, and they might just have to back away. Once again, just both teams unable to find that last final killing blow as we near 18 minutes into the game. Everyone is just super fed at this point. YSS probably reached full items already. Yeah, that's right. He's got himself his full items. Roger, not exactly full items just yet, and here we already see that there's actually a gold gap between the main carries right there. Masha with 14.5k, YSS with 15.7k versus the Roger with only 13k and the Jawhead with about 12,000. So really the gold is all the people that you want it to be on the side of Kyosho. You ever need to be careful. Lord is coming up in about 70 seconds right now, and the state of the game is that Kyosho have themselves a pretty sizable goal lead. They're gonna try to push out that top turret. It is rather low. YSS ultimate just used to scout out the opponents once again. They are rotating as 4 again. Masha has that battle spell to keep. You let her into the fight if anything breaks out. But for now, I think both teams are just gonna wait for the Lord to appear. Gonna start pushing out that bottom, however, and Atlas might be trying to find a stun. Unable to do so. There's some very nice driving from Baxia to avoid that one. Meanwhile, we see a 1v1 Jawhead versus Masha. This might be absolutely critical, but Masha is just tearing through Jawhead right now. The health bar is so low. Oh wow, very, very close stuff right there. Unable to find the last damage though, but a fight happening in that mid lane right there. Atlas just going in and now needs to get the heck out of there. Is he gonna be able to do so? Yes, he is, walking away with a sliver of health there. Super close margins, but now Masha has already started out the Lord on the side of Kyosho, and there's no one from the side of V-Raven to deal with this at all. Masha is already taking the Lord down below half health. Is there going to be anything coming out from V-Raven? This might be their last shot at anything. Are they going to move in? And there we go! Kadita actually stealing away the Lord. Are they going to be able to find anything else on the side of V-Raven right now? The fight has broken out, and Baxia is already the first one to fall. Little more unable to find that Jawhead. The Lord has spawned down the mid lane. This is going to be absolutely chaotic stuff right here as Angela tries to pull out Roger. However, oh no, that's Atlas. Atlas, however, might get caught out. Then again, he's super tanky at this point, and he's just able to get out. And once again, the game has been stalled, ladies and gentlemen, because the Lord was stolen by Karita. And I don't think that V-Raven are going to be able to find very much off with this, but at the very least, they stall their own demise. 2-1 minutes into the game right now. Everyone's already starting to purchase the extra little potions after their build is done. So that is just a testament to how much money both teams have. Basically everyone hitting level 15 already. Everyone's kind of at their power point, and at this point it's really about who plays the fight's better. Jawhead is super good in the off lane, but so is Marsha. And we saw in the previous, just about a minute ago or two, that Marsha was able to basically nearly solo out the Jawhead, and we might see a repeat of that happening right now on the top side, except that there is a Valir as well there to try to sell this one. Oh, is he gonna be able to make it out alive there? He does get revived, but Marsha coming in, and whoa, actually an ultimate coming back out. Marsha has been revived as well. Now Roger has got in and actually decides not to go for the Marsha for some reason. Atlas meanwhile falling down to the YSS, but Roger able to pick out the Marsha, and that's an absolute huge pick right there. Marsha is a critical damage dealer. Meanwhile, Kadita here getting jumped on by the Baxia, forced to pull out as well. Both teams just finding 1-for-1s right now. Lord is up in 2 minutes, but both teams with the potential to end before that even happens. Leomord also picking up the power potion there. Basically, everyone's already done with the items. Gold leads are nearly insignificant at this point. However, Kyosho have lost their last turret right now, and all that's left is their crystal. 80 seconds on that Lord, and it looks like both teams might just be preparing for that. Just gonna keep all the waves shoved out. This Roger is absolutely massive, but so is the YSS. Using that ultimate there just to scout out. Lord is up in 50 seconds. Buff is gonna go over to the Marsha.
Initiate retreat. Initiate retreat.
Yeah, while using the steed just to get out of this one. Definitely no one wants to die right now because the Lord is coming up in 30 seconds. And in fact, the base is at stake here because there's so many minions coming in for the side of Kyosho. You're gonna need to find some way to deal with this. Five members strong Atlas. Is he gonna be able to find a stun? Not for now, at the very least. YSS has the boat, uses it, but nothing's gonna come off that one. Lord is coming up in 5 seconds, and it looks like V-Raven are just gonna walk away from Kyosho's base for now. Gonna start moving over to the Lord. Is there gonna be another steal? Take note that Kadita, however, is being caught out. Is she gonna be able to make it out alive? Baxia wants to try to chase, but there's no chase to be had right now, and the Lord is gonna be going down. There is no chance for a steal. V-Raven are gonna pick up that one. Now you have to think that with this Lord, they're gonna be able to end this game. Lord is gonna come out through the mid lane right now. V-Raven just hanging around, ready to escort it into the enemy's base. Here is the Lord. YSS using that ultimate once again to just keep vision of his opponents right now and make sure that none of his flanks have anybody. But right now there are not many flanks at all because it's just basically the base. And look at that Lord, it's got so much health right now. In the fight, it breaks out. This is do or die for everyone right now. YSS still free firing from the back. The health bars are starting to shrink, but Marsha is the first one to fall on the side of Kyosho, and the Lord is taken out as well. However, Baxia is gonna fall. Kadita drops as well. The fight is still going on. YSS is still alive with a sliver of health right there, able to get out, but doesn't matter because V-Raven are able to find enough damage onto the crystal. They take that one out and they find themselves the victory. Now that was an extremely close match right there. There were points in the game where you thought, you know, this team for sure is going to win, whether it was V-Raven or Kyosho, but they were just not able to close out the game for so long because of all the steals and all the picks. Eventually, though, with that third Lord, they were finally able to barrel down the mid lane and finally land enough damage. They were like, we're done with fighting, guys. We just want to end. It's been 25 minutes. Regardless, that means that V-Raven are going to move on to the next round, and we're going to be going for a break. But when we come back, catch us for the second game, which I believe is another game from the round of 32. So we'll see you guys then. Stay tuned. I've just been told that I need to resume. I am not off screen yet, and that's fine because I was actually just looking at this Japanese food once again. It's about lunchtime, folks. So if you're looking for something to order, do take a look at Kaiju, which is one of our sponsors for today. Look at, if you guys just head over to the website and you'll see some absolutely tantalizing meals here. I'm seriously contemplating ordering in right now, but I believe I do have food at home, so that's a little sad. I will look to order Kaiju as soon as possible. Their meals are absolutely tantalizing, really. I just saw the unagi, which is the eel and beef fried rice here. It has wagyu, short rib, grilled unagi, and tamagoyaki on beef fat rice flavored with a spicy tare. It's topped with a copious amount of tobiko, soy marinated ikura, and crispy tempura bits. And if that hasn't got you guys hungry, I don't know what will right now. I am super stoked to order this one day. They do have takeaway as well as island-wide deliveries. You guys can head over to www.kaiju.com to order. But just looking at some of the other stuff they have a Kanizor as well, which is a California soft-shelled crab for you seafood lovers out there. Very delicious stuff. Whole crispy soft-shelled crab sitting on a salad of romaine lettuce, cucumber, avocado, tamagoyaki, tobiko, shredded crab stick, and Japanese mayo, and served with onigiri. And I am an absolute sucker for soft-shelled crab. So honestly, right now, Kaiju, I'm just looking at their menu and I want everything. Oh man, there's a free island-wide delivery as well if you order at least $100 worth of food. So if you're looking for a nice weekend meal with your family, this is definitely an option. If you're looking for something Japanese, they also have the sukiyagu, which is a beef sukiyaki dish. They have wagyu slices, konnyaku, grilled tofu, assorted mushrooms, and vegetables in a sweet sukiyaki glaze, served with onigiri, and it comes with an onsen egg as well. And as I just continue to talk about the food, I just get even hungrier. This is not. I just wish I could order this right now. Toridan as well, sweet and sour chicken, karage chicken, coated in spicy sweet and sour sauce, creamy scrambled eggs, broccoli, pickled cucumber, shredded cabbage, and it's served with onigiri as well. Now, if you're